Hey, I'm Amanda, and I help nonprofits navigate the digital space to make a greater impact online so they can build awareness and increase funding. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how nonprofits make money online. I've been working with small business owners and nonprofits for, about 8 years now, focusing on the online and digital space where I can help them increase awareness for their cause and increase funding, which is what we all want. So I actually built my very first website in 2001, and it was crazy where I actually built it it was a wrestling website. Don't ask questions. I've been doing this since then all the time. I've been building websites, and now I really focus on nonprofits and helping them build out online learning, membership sites, and using the digital space in many different ways so they can increase awareness and, of course, increase their funding. I want to make sure before you move forward that we don't miss out on any great opportunities for you to get the most information to make the greatest impact. So right below this video, you'll find a link to the 4 biggest things nonprofits aren't doing yet that will increase your donations and impact instantly. So grab that before we even move forward. One of the biggest ways that nonprofits today can start bringing in money in a different way is by building online training. Online training has become one of the greatest ways that so many different organizations and companies are bringing in dollars, and nonprofits can really use this exact same system and exact same mentality to start bringing that money in online. You guys have so much knowledge and information that you can make such an impact on helping people either understand your cause or teach them the tools that they need to move forward with whatever it is that you're doing. For instance, I have a client called the Family Education Center, and what they do is they help parents and families learn how to sort of work together and be the best family and support that they can. So they talk about different things like when teens are going through really tough times, how to manage that teenage time period when it's a little bit crazy. They also talk about grief, where if somebody lost somebody, how the family can cope and how we can sort of get through those really tough times. So they started doing those as live courses in person, and then we shifted them into actually online training. So they now have 12 online courses that are available that people can go and learn these skills so that they can go ahead and help their families in different ways. And it's a great way for the FEC, the Family Education Center, to bring in money that they can now use to further their cause and continue doing great things for other families. Another great way is by actually using webinars. We all know what webinars are, and we've all been on webinars. There are some different ways you can actually use webinars to actually make money. One of them is by actually having a paid webinar. So what you can do is you can right up front have the payment go through, and then you're going to hold that webinar at a later time. So it can be live or it can be an evergreen. We call it evergreen, which means that it's available 24/7 whenever they are ready to watch it. They still pick a date and time, and that's sort of their scheduled time to actually watch that webinar. So that gives you a little bit more free time so that you're not always live online with them. That gives you a little bit more time so that you can have something that's sort of just running in the background. So this can all be paid. Another way to do it is to actually run a webinar, and then at the end say, if you found this valuable, would you like to donate to our cause? You can do this by either sharing information that you have learned, obviously being the nonprofit that you are, or by using stories and situations that have happened with the people that you've been actually connected with and who you've helped through things. So that's a great way for other people to learn, is by learning through other people's stories. So building it out that way, and then at the end just saying, if you guys found this really valuable, if you're taking, you are taking any great information from this, if you would love to donate to help us so that we can continue to help other people, that would be great. So that's another way you can do it. A really perhaps missed way that nonprofits are actually missing is taking donations online. So a lot of nonprofits aren't aware that you can actually take donations right on your website. So it's really important to have that sort of big, bold button right there on their website so that it's always like donate now. We put it in the top, we put it in the footer. We have a donate page that either they can donate, maybe you'll have they can pick 10, 20, 50, 100, whatever those numbers are. Or you can also have an option where they can put in whatever amount they feel they want to donate to you, which is a great way for people to put something in that maybe you didn't expect. So you never know what can happen when you sort of give people the opportunity to give donations in a way that is comfortable and makes sense for them. So that's a really great way. And a lot of nonprofits don't do this. They might use other tools online that bring in the donations that way, but instead of paying for another tool, you can actually do this right on your website, right on site, using PayPal or Stripe. I prefer Stripe, But either one is great. Now, this is another way to do it, and a lot of nonprofits, well, you can really benefit from it. It's a very different way to do this. So it's called crowdfunding, and you've probably heard about it. You've heard probably websites like Kickstarter and Indiegogo. There's a lot of different ways out there that you can use crowdfunding to actually generate funds. When people think of crowdfunding, they often think of technology things that people are, they're creating really cool technology pieces that people are buying. That's definitely one way to do it. But there's a whole other side of this that nonprofits can use as a way to bring in funds. And that way you can use the funds in the way that you want to use it. So you're not tied to necessarily a grant and the rules around those grants. You can build out this really cool way, a crowdfunding opportunity, so that you can start building funds. And the other thing that happens is that you start building an audience that way that perhaps you didn't have before, because you're reaching a very different audience. So using these different tools, there are lots of people that go onto those specific websites looking for great causes that they can support. So if you're there and they find you, then that's amazing, and then they'll support your cause. So this might be someone that could never have heard of you any other way. So it's an amazing way to sort of build that audience and bring in different funds from different people. And lastly, another way is, of course, using partners. So maybe you don't have the ability or the technology right now to actually build out online courses or things like that. What you can do is partner with an organization that has a similar audience to you, that they already maybe have this online training opportunity. So you can then partner with them, be part of one of their online courses, and then you get a percentage of that course. You can also do this as an affiliate. So you can say, on your website or on your social media, you can actually share these other courses with your partners, and every time someone buys a course on their website, you get a kickback, which is amazing. It's a great way for you to just starting to add those funds in an additional way that coming in. So multiple streams coming in is a great way to start building up your funding. So that's an awesome way to do it. Again, I have another client where they do exactly that. They contribute to the Grief Network. So they build courses with the Grief Network, and they contribute content to their courses, and the people get the content on the other website. So those are some of my favorite ways that I have to help clients build out different ways to generate funds online. Now, there are 4 other ways that I really love that are really simple and are amazing to start implementing right now. And that is in the link below. My 4 biggest things nonprofits aren't doing yet that will increase your donations and impact instantly. So thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you so much. So if you can do me a huge favor, I would really appreciate it if you either hit that like button, subscribed, or commented below. Actually, if you comment below and tell me which one of these things you're either already doing or which one you think you should start doing right now, I would love to hear about it and have a little conversation with you about what that is.